Hey, my name is Chris Schnabel. I host Mad Props and a bunch of other podcasts. But right now, I have no idea why I'm right here.
You know, when I first booked you, Chris, I was instantly reminded of one of my favorite movies because of your last name.
Okay.
I was reading it for some reason when I saw it, my brain said Schneebly. I don't know if you know what that's
Yes,
from.
I have been, I was bullied as a child, and Schneebly definitely came up a lot.
Yep.
um,
Yep.
but yeah, it's funny because I was just talking with somebody about my last name, and a lot of people usually pronounce it Schnabel.
Hmm.
And I'm not smart. I will just start right there so your viewers know I'm not smart. But I do, for the A to be pronounced as nay, it would have to be Naynae, or at least an E at the end, and it's spelled Schnabel. So I never understood where Schnee comes from, because no matter which way you look at it, if you're pronouncing it that way, you don't know how to English. So it's
You say you're not intelligent, but the problem is no one is actually intelligent. They just act
exactly.
intelligent.
So I read at my very high third grade level, and
Of
if you're
course.
reading at a first grade level, I'm able to school you on stuff. So
There you
that's
go.
that is one thing that I've never understood, but no one can ever explain why. They're like, oh, I just stable. It's like, all right, well, I guess I have. There's no argument to be had if that's just what you thought.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just
Schnabel. So what?
listen, I'm public school trained, okay?
Oh,
I got some
same here, buddy.
I got a big brain here. I'm public school trained. Yeah.
Yep. And I was state educated. Yep. I'm with you on
Yep.
that. And so, what is Schnabel? What's the origin of that last name?
It is German, and then in Germany it actually means beak. So I don't know where to go from there, but it means beak.
Beak. Okay. Well, maybe
Yes,
that'll
like
be
a
one of our
bird beak.
random topics. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll talk about birds later. Maybe
Oh,
that'll
it's
be
not
a
random to me. I am an expert. No, I was kidding.
okay. Oh, yes. I bet. Now, I brought up before the show started that you are wearing something that, and I've already told you, you are now my favorite guest I've already had, and we haven't even really done anything yet. Billy Joel is the
Yep.
T-shirt you're wearing. You said you're from
Yes.
Houston, but or you're in
No,
Houston, but from
from
New
New
York.
York. Yes, but in
So that
Houston,
makes
I'm
sense. But for
yeah.
those that don't know, I am a massive Billy Joel fan. So this is I saw that and I'm like, "Oh, this guy
And you told
already."
me, because my favorite record is 52nd Street, that you were gonna recite the entire thing on this podcast.
I
So
can
I
do
can't
that.
wait for you to do it. Let's hear
Let's
it.
do it. Yeah, forget the random topic. I'm just
Start with
going to
Big
do
Shot.
that.
Let's go.
Man, so that's your favorite. I go
Yeah.
between that one, Cold Spring Harbor and Glass Houses are all good
Yeah.
too.
Glass Houses is usually the answer for a lot of people. Obviously, there's a lot of classic songs on there. 52nd Street, I like so much because it was early enough where it's still very raw. Like, you could still hear the rawness of the record. But there's just from front to back. Now, he doesn't have most of these are like this, but from front to back, there's not a miss on 52nd Street. Like,
Yeah.
you can go from the beginning to the end, listen to the whole thing, and not realize the song changed. Like, it just goes so well together. But it's yeah, it has a lot of my favorite songs. Zanzibar might be up there as my favorite, if not one of my top three favorite songs. So that's why I love that
Zanzibar
one.
is one of the most underrated Billy Joel
It's
songs. I think that's
very,
right there. I
very
used to
underrated.
say it was Vienna, but then I think Vienna was in one of those it was a Jennifer Gardner movie.
Yeah, it blew up. It
It
blew
blew
up.
up a little bit. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not it's probably Zanzibar now. I mean, that's a
It
great
might
one.
be. It might be. It's I read his, not his book, but it was the book he did where he gave like the exclusive interview. He says he doesn't want to write a book about himself because people that do that lie all the time or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's a very Billy Joel line coming from him. But something like, there's crazy things I didn't realize about him. Like, he was basically homeless till he was 25. Like, he didn't make any royalties until like the late 90s. For people that don't know,
Right.
he's around like in the 70s. He didn't make royalties till the 90s. Just crazy stuff. It's an awesome book. I know there's the documentary now, it kind of overshadows reading a book. Like, like we just talked about. Who reads, right?
Who reads now?
Who
Yep.
reads, right? Like, who's reading out there? But it was really good, and I just learned so much more about him. Yeah, I love Billy Joel. My Spotify listening was 68, so
Oh,
it's
wow.
probably
Very
because of
nice.
him.
Yep.
Most
Yep.
likely because of Billy Joel.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I think mine was like 64 or something. So, yep, right there with
Yeah,
you. And okay, so remind me, 52nd Street. I believe the first song on there. I'm totally
Big
going
Shot.
off the cuff here. Big
Nah,
Shot.
nah,
Yes.
nah, 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 nah,
Yep.
nah.
That's
Yeah,
such
yeah.
that is such a good opening song for an album.
Yeah,
So good.
it really kicks it off really well. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. It's so perfectly put together, but at the same time, there's still that raw recording where like little mistakes or little pieces here and there where it's like I don't know. It's beautiful.
And it
He's a
dips into
he's
honesty,
masterpieces.
correct?
Yes, yep, honesty and yeah, yeah. I
That's
mean,
it.
we like I said,
Chris.
you can recite the whole thing if you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. So I'm thinking what we need to do is you need to cancel your podcast. I'll cancel mine. We just do a Billy Joel show. Let's just do
Why
that.
cancel? Just mash them together. We'll take
It's-
both things and just mash them together and make a
there you
Billy Joel
go.
podcast.
No,
It'll be
I've
really interesting for about 5 episodes, just like the rest of the rewatch podcasts out there. 5
yep,
episodes in, you're like,
exactly.
what are we talking about now? We got through all the episodes. Why don't we bring on the guy that played Steve for that
Yeah.
one half of an episode? Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
that's
And
great.
we can even talk about what was the Disney movie he did? We could even have an episode about that one.
Oh, Oliver and Company.
Oliver and
That was my
Company.
second. That's up there as my top 3 as well. Why should I worry? Why
Oh, that's
should
a
I
good one.
care? Yeah.
Yep.
That's up there as one of my favorites as well.
Definitely a good one. Yeah, people always say that, they what do they call it? The Disney curse, where people do a Disney movie and all of a sudden they like kind of lose their career. And I'm like, I think Billy Joel was
Yeah.
the one that broke that. Like
As I
he
tell that to
still
Olivia
was huge
Rodrigo.
after. Yeah, yeah, right, exactly.
She's pretty big. I think
um,
she's done a couple things since Disney.
so I will give you the mad props on your Billy Joel shirt, and
Thank you.
I what an excellent transition. Totally did not plan that.
Yeah.
The name of your podcast is the Mad Props Podcast. So,
Yes.
if somebody were to tune into Mad Props, what would they listen to and what would they hear?
So Mad Props is kind of like an interview podcast. We bring on guests and talk with them. So the first 15 minutes is usually me and a friend or something like that, just going over crazy things. Had a friend on, we went over hot takes. I could tell you what my hot takes were in a second because I'm sure
Sure.
you're going to enjoy those. And then a guest comes on. Our latest guest from recording this with you was Billy West. You might know him as Fry in Futurama or Farnsworth in Futurama. He's also Bugs Bunny in Space Jam. He's a legend in the voice acting
Very much
community.
so. Yes.
He was just one of our latest guests. We've also had Rob Paulson, Greg Delisle, Phil Lamar, just voice act. I'm just trying to name voice actors, but we have a whole stretch. We've had athletes, we've had politicians. It really stretches the entire realm. And the big thing about the podcast is we talk a little bit about what they're known for, because I know people come in to hear about how did you come up with Fry's voice, but the real thing we try to do is talk about things outside of what they're known for, whether it's other hobbies they may have or just things they don't really get to talk about. So you kind of learn something new as you go in. And the best way to describe it is it's a casual conversation podcast because there's not really question answer. I try not to do question answer. Sometimes it is a little bit of that because it's me going like, whoa, how do you do this? Or something like that. But it's more casual conversation. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It drops every Monday on Matt
That's
Props.
awesome. That honestly sounds like our audiences would cross over here pretty well, because that's what this show is too. Yes, same thing. I'll ask questions if I have to, but it's more like, let's have a conversation. Let's see what comes
More
of it.
reciting 52nd Street by Billy Joel.
Of course,
for an
and that's
hour.
going to be the latter half of this episode. For
Stay
sure.
tuned.
Yes. But Billy, that's hilarious. You mentioned Billy West. My cat's name is Dr. Zoidberg. So
Yes.
I am quite the Futurama fan. So when you said that, I'm like, oh, that's Fry. That's fantastic.
So we've had him and Phil Lamar both have
Yep.
come on. Phil Lamar came on a couple months ago. It was never really this. We've had so many voice actors just in 2026 alone, but it's because I kind of got into the community. So we had Phil Lamar and Rob Paulson, which now when I reach out to other ones, they would like reach out to Rob and be like, should I go on this? That's kind of what happened with Billy West. He's like, should I go on this? And Rob's like, yeah, this guy's great. So then we got Carlos Alzraki, who's like Rocco and Rocco's Modern Life, Denzel Crocker, and Greg Delisle's another legend in the game. She's done 1,000 different things as well. She's Daphne on Scooby-Doo. And it's because we have that like credibility now, like more people are coming on. But it's funny. It's basically a voice acting podcast now. We're trying to move away from it a little bit because we're kind of pigeonholing ourselves in.
Well, there you go.
But
Well, you can rename it to Mad Voices. How about that?
Mad Voice, Mad
The Mad
Voice.
Voice, Mad
That's
Voice
very
podcast.
good.
There you go.
Mad Voice podcast.
I'm
That's
your
with Chris
idea
Schnabel.
man right there. We'll do
There you
that.
go. That's why I'm here. All right, I can leave now, right? Now
There
I
you go.
found
Yeah,
out
you're
why I'm
on.
here. I found
Yeah,
out.
and so you can leave,
Question
and I
answered.
will recite the 52nd Street song
Perfect.
lyrics. Here we go.
Good. Here we go. Here we go. I'll give you a
All right.
metronome.
Well, again, Chris, this is it's been awesome getting to know you so far, and now we're going to learn a little bit more about you because we're going to get into our random topic. So I'm going to pull up my screen here for you to see.
Perfect.
That is all the topics.
Oh,
Pretty
good.
crazy. Oh yeah,
Yes.
they're all there. And so you see there at the bottom, it says we're going to press enter to spin. So we're going to do that, and our title is concert etiquette. Okay.
Wow. Are you
That's
sure
an
this is
interesting one.
random? You sure this is
Pretty
random? We
sure.
spend the first 10 minutes talking about Billy Joel and then it's concert etiquette.
I'm sneakier than I appear,
As
sir.
random as the government makes it, right?
That's right. Exactly. So concert etiquette. Are you a concert goer?
I was for a very long time. I've been probably in my life, I've been to like 250 concerts,
Nice.
but not as many recently with Live Nation being greedy. But for our Ticketmaster, whoever you want to say. But for the most part, yeah, I'm a big concert goer. I've been to a couple. Well, I'll say this year, but since like 2025. So
Yeah, so I've been to, gosh, probably I wouldn't say as much as you, probably about 150 to 175. I've seen multiple bands twice or three times even.
yeah,
We mentioned Billy Joel. I've seen him three times now, once with Elton John. And as I told you before we started recording, one of the best shows I've ever been to. The funniest part for me, and this was back, gosh, it was probably back in 2000 or 2001. They came through here in St. Louis, and I'll just go ahead and tell the story since it's concert etiquette. So they make Billy Joel used to make a lot of fun of Elton John. And for those who don't know, they're like best friends. They do a lot of stuff together. And there was one time where he was singing. They were doing Piano Man together. So the way the concert works is like Elton will come out first. Actually, they'll both come out first. They'll do like one or two songs together. Then they'll like Elton will do a full concert. Then like Billy will do a full concert. And then they both come back together and do like 6 or 7 of their hits together. And so they were doing Piano Man. I think it was in the encore. And I can't remember what the lyric was, but Elton screwed it up. And Billy stops the show and he goes, wait a minute. What did you just say? And he's like, yeah, I got the lyric wrong. I'm sorry, Billy. And he just goes, God, if you weren't gay. And like the whole place, I mean, and this is in 2000 when that word was way more acceptable than it is now. But
yeah,
like the fact that like the whole crowd just like got silent. And then they have,
yeah.
Elton up on the big screen and he's just cracking up. Then everybody's like, oh, okay.
Oh,
He's basically telling us it's okay to laugh.
Oh, I can laugh. Ha ha. I wanted to, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Now I know. I
he
can
called
laugh.
him gay, even though that's what he is. Oh my God.
Secretly, I really wanted to laugh, but I didn't want to be disapproved by all these random strangers. But now that he's laughing, I could do it. Good.
Yeah, exactly. We can all do it now. But yeah, that I just remember even as a kid, like looking at my mom and she's just like appalled. And I'm like, Mom, I'm sure this is something that he says to him daily,
Yeah, they've been on tour together for how long? I'm sure they don't hate each other. Like,
Yeah, and I think at
he's
one
not going
point
to spew hate
Elton,
speech at him.
I think Elton even called him a drunk at one point. And so it's like, yeah, they clearly are buddies and they're just having fun.
I would really hope so. Imagine they're spewing hate speech at each other while
Yeah.
they're performing. It's just like, what's going on?
Well, this
Why
is
would
the
they
worst.
Why would they choose to go together?
This is the worst concert ever. They hate each other.
They hate each other. What are they doing? I do have an experience like that. But one of my secrets of how I've gotten to go to so many concerts, I don't know what the exact number is, so I threw one out there. But I am from New York by where Woodstock was. It's called Bethel Woods.
Mhm.
So we used to be able to go for like $15. You sit in the grass and you watch all these usually old people come by. Like I've seen Journey a bunch. I've seen Def Leppard. I've seen Van Halen. Like these bands that they're much older now, but they're, still relevant enough where our parents are going to go watch or their parents are going to go watch them. So that's how I've seen I call it the Temptation because there was only one left at this point. But I've seen the Temptations and the Beach Boy as well about a couple of times come through there. But that's how I've seen so many of them because we lived right by this concert venue that was super cheap, and we'd go see all these different bands that would come in
Yeah,
at the time. But I do have a concert experience just like that. I went to the Jay-Z and Eminem Home at Home concert at Yankee Stadium back in 2009.
that's
It was a long time
incredible.
ago. I kind of count this as a bunch of different concerts because it was Eminem and Jay-Z did their own sets. Then they did the same thing, like they did Renegade together and like they did some stuff together. But then in between, so with Eminem in between, like Snoop Dogg came out, then Dr. Dre came out, then 50 came out, and they all did their like these 10-minute concerts of their own. And then they do the songs they do together, and then they would go back to like Eminem. And then like
Wow.
Jay-Z had like Drake come out and Kanye come out, and Beyonce and Rihanna and like all these other people come out and same thing. And then like when Drake came out, then they did Forever because Kanye was there and Drake was Lil Wayne wasn't there. He was in I say everybody was there that you could think of in 2009 except for Lil Wayne and T.I. because they were both in jail.
Oh,
Everyone
okay. Well,
else came.
that's a valid
Everyone else.
excuse.
The openers were B.O.B. And then for people who don't know, B.O.B. was top of the top at this point. And J. Cole, like it was an unbelievable concert. It
Wow.
lasted hours and hours and hours, but it's almost like I could consider that 100 concerts in its own because everybody did like their own little 10-minute stints. And anybody that was featured on a song was there. So like one of Eminem's songs, Pink is on it, and Pink comes out and does her part. Like Beyonce came out and did her parts with the Jay-Z songs, and they would do all
Wow.
their songs together. And Drake would do all the features on those songs, and J. Cole did the features. This is young J. Cole, so it was like "Star Is Born" or something like that by Jay-Z. Do all the features on that song, so it was crazy. But it's the same thing, like two mini concerts, and then they came together and did another one, and there's all these other crazy things.
God,
But
that's incredible. That sounds like so would you say that's probably one of the best concerts you've ever been to?
probably, yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
Eminem twice, and the second time was a little bit better for just Eminem because it was a gift. The tickets were a gift, and I was like 13 rows from the stage,
Wow.
and it was the Rihanna and Eminem Home at Home tour, and so I
Oof.
was close to see Eminem, and Rihanna also was wearing like a plastic bag as a shirt, so that was great for my young self.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so
That was
and this
that
is
was your sexual awakening.
yeah, well, I hope not. I was like,
I was actually 27.
this is actually last year, so
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, it was. But no, but it was both like it, all jokes aside, Rihanna as a performer is like unreal. Like she's an unbelievable performer. If anybody forgets, go look at her Super Bowl performance while she was pregnant. Like just put on an amazing show. But
Yep.
that one, because I was so much closer to it, you could just feel the music a little better. The other one, I was very high. I was like in the 300s at old Yankee Stadium. Maybe it was new Yankee Stadium. Who cares? Doesn't matter. One of them. I was up in the nosebleeds. Doesn't matter where it was. But the fact that I got to see all these people that some of them I don't, I never really got the opportunity to see again. Like I never got the opportunity to see Jay-Z. There's no chance I'm gonna have the opportunity to see Beyonce unless I want to give up like a mortgage for it. So
Yep. Yeah, that's wow. That's I mean, you've seen some good stuff at Yankee Stadium. That's incredible.
yeah,
Yeah, at Bush Stadium here in St. Louis, I was able to see that's where I saw Billy Joel one of the times, and that was just incredible. But I'll say I'm typically for concerts, I kind of like the indoor venues a little bit more and the more
I do
and the
too.
smaller ones too. So
I do too.
we've got a very legendary one here called the Pageant. It's one of the nicest venues for concerts in the entire Midwest. And I've seen the Foo Fighters there. I've seen bands from all over the spectrum. I saw a holographic Elvis show there, which was incredible.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, it was really cool because his band, like his original band was all there, like all the alive members and his backup singers were there. And so it was really cool to like see because they had like an actual hologram come out and they had him like, it was like from one of his actual concerts. And so it was like actually seeing Michael Jackson because his whole crew was there. And so,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I say Michael Jackson.
you said
I've
Michael
seen that
Jackson,
too.
but I understand.
I've
You've
seen
seen
that
the
too, but no,
holographic Michael Jackson.
yeah, I've seen that too. But yeah, the Elvis one was incredible because it was just, I mean, obviously he passed away before both of us, were even born.
On the
So be able
toilet,
to see that,
just like I
yeah,
want to go.
that's my plan. My plan is just throw me in the trash, right?
Listen, if you let it all out anyway, I may as well be nice while it goes, right? So
That's
people don't have
right.
to clean
That's
up after me.
That's true. That's true. That's the way to go. He's being a very thoughtful dead person when that
Yeah.
happened.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Elvis.
Yes. But no, so yeah, one of my favorite things that ever happened. So I'm guessing you've been to concerts that have mosh pits, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So,
Specifically, we went to see. It was a 3 set lineup. It started with Chance the Rapper.
ooh,
This is when like Acid Rap just came out, so he was
hmm,
opening up, and then it was every except for Frank Ocean, it was all of Odd Future, and then it ended with Mac Miller, who I've seen Mac Miller a bunch of times as well. But when Odd Future comes out, it was Tyler, Earl, and Haji come screaming. I mean, people just start throwing punches.
oh
Like,
yeah,
this is Tyler. For people that know Tyler now, go back and listen to some of his old stuff. He made mosh pit music. Like he made things that would get people riled up immediately. And that one was crazy. That was just a wild time. That was in Buffalo, New York.
oh
And
wow.
yeah, that one was lots of mosh pits in that one. People jumping off the stage, like you don't even know if this person's part of the band or if they just climbed up there to jump off. You have no idea what's going on, but it was wild. That one definitely had some mosh pits.
Yeah, so I've been to a couple. So one of the ones that I was at was actually at a Kill Switch Engage concert. And so I was actually just in the front went with some buddies. They wanted to get up real close, so I went up with them and gosh, this was probably 20 years ago. And so we're, up in the front and then the mosh pit starts right behind us. And no big deal. I was like, maybe I'll get involved, but I'd rather just watch the show. So I just was
Yeah.
enjoying the show. This dude gets pushed right into my back, and I went flying down face first. And I turn around, I get up, and I turn around. I wasn't even mad. I just kind of looked at him, and he just goes, "You can't handle it, motherfucker! Get out of the fucking mosh pit!" And I just looked at him, and I go, "Okay." And I just cold cocked him right in the face, and he
Deserved it.
went flying down, and like he had blood just spewing out of his nose. And he jumps up and gets right in my face. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. And he just goes, "Yeah, that's rock and roll." And he
Oh
just
my
keeps
god.
going. And I'm like, you may want to go get some medical attention, dude.
He is
He was
on
bleeding all over everyone.
he's not getting medical attention. He's on a different planet at this point.
That's
He has no
that's what my
idea
buddy
what's
said. He
going
goes,
on.
if I've never seen a man on coke, I did not meet that
there's
man.
there's worse things going on in that nose than blood coming out of it.
Yep.
Trust me. He does not
Oh
need
yeah.
he needs something more than medical attention. I imagine that punch is like when you watch like the Boondocks and like if the freeze frame with the fist and the person's like slowly flying back. That's how I imagine that, by the way.
Yep, that's kind of what it was, and it was just funny to see him like. Because I even said afterwards, I'm like, man, I've never punched someone in the face and then got cheered instantly by the same person.
Yeah, yeah, that's an accomplishment of its own. Anybody can punch somebody in the face, but who can you punch somebody in the face and they say sorry? That's the accomplishment. And I
That's
take
I
that kind of as the same thing. Now I'm
Yep.
kind of more of the old man at the concert. So we went to a country concert and it was one of my girlfriend's favorites, Luke Combs. She loves Luke
Okay.
Combs. So for her birthday, I got her like the pit. Like we were way up there, right? And there are these drunk 16-year-olds or whatever, and they're mosh pitting and stuff. And now I'm a bigger dude, and I look at them, I'm like, if you come anywhere near me, I swear to God, I don't care how old you are, I'm laying you out. I don't care.
Yep.
I'm not gonna punch you, but I'll shove you back into that thing. And so then we had our little perimeter. No one wanted to come near us because I was the grumpy old man. But it
Yep.
made it for a better time for us. We were right up on the stage and we didn't have to worry about people shoving us. And it was a hot day. Everybody needed water. The kid that we yelled at went and got everybody water. I think he got scared of me. He's like, I'll go get the water, guys. You just stay put. Are you comfy? Do you need anything else?
You want me to go
So,
get you a pillow, sir?
you
Are
want
you
a pillow? You want
okay?
a pillow? Guys, make room. Make room. He needs to sit. I don't know why I
Yeah.
kind of went into a little Trump there, but my bad. My bad.
Just make room.
Make room.
Yeah, that's funny. No, it's same thing with me now. I'm the old man at the concert. Like, I still I still have fun. I'll dance around a little bit if it's the right mood, but for me, I'm the same way. I'm just kind of like watching the performer, and if somebody bumps into me, I don't even care. I'm just like whatever. And I'm same way. I'm a little bit bigger. I'm a stocky guy, and so I've seen people like there was a kid that was probably 21, 22, scrawny little guy, and he he went flying into me. And again, I just kind of turned around, just, just seeing who it was. And he just, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Please don't be upset, sir. And I'm just like, dude, we're at a
Yeah.
concert. It's fine. Like, it's no big deal. Like, if you're not like punching me in the back of the head, I don't care.
I had to deal with that when someone first called me sir. I felt like in that moment in Scrubs when they say sir, you're like, oh, that's a shot
Yep.
to the heart. Now I take it. They say sir, I'm like, oh, that's a sign of respect. Now I control that person. That person now will do whatever I say because they look at me as oh sir, I'm so sorry. It's like perfect.
Do you remember the first time you were called sir?
No, I don't fully remember it because in the
I
profession
do.
I work in, I have a lot of like interns and people, and so I would say I've been called sir for a long time. But
Right.
outside of work, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was like when I was like 26 or something
Mhm.
like that, and I was like, I'm not even halfway through my 20s. Like, what are we
Yep.
talking about?
So I have since I was 16, I have looked like I'm at least 35. So I've always said that. I'm like, now I think I still look 35. So it's actually a blessing now. But um and I'm 67 now, by the way. But
Yes, yes, you look it. You look it.
yes, thank you. Thank you. But so there was this one time where I was with my girlfriend at the time and we were ice skating. I was 22. And there was this we saw this earring on the ground in the middle of the ice, and I thought, well, that's weird. I'm like, oh, so I just kind of picked it up, was like, don't anybody tripping over this or skating over it and breaking it. And then I started hearing, sir, sir, sir. And I'm thinking, well, there's no way he's talking to me. I'm not a sir. And I turn around and yeah, there's this like 15-year-old kid. He's got his girlfriend with him, and he's like, sir, did you just pick up an earring? And I said, Yeah. And he goes, oh, that was my girlfriend. She lost it when she fell. And I was like, oh, well, here you go. But hey, don't ever fucking call me sir. And he gave me the weirdest look. And I go, I am not a sir, man. And
I'm
he goes,
so glad I found this. Here you go, man. Here you go. And by the way, you fucking call me sir again, you'll be on the ground next.
exactly. And so my girlfriend was like, why did you get offended by that? He was just being generous. I'm like, I am not a sir yet. Give me another
Yeah.
like 6 years and you can call me sir.
Please give me another 6 years before you call me sir. I always was mistaken as older when I was younger. I used to be very, very heavy. Um, I I went through a whole weight loss thing. I was 450 pounds. So,
Wow.
yeah, I've lost about 200 at this point, it's 220, but I've lost about 250 pounds. I went up a little bit, but, when I was bigger, I was always looked at as older because of just how your features look. You just look older when you're that big.
Mhm.
And now as I've gotten older, I think I look my age now, but when I was in my late 20s, people thought I was in my early 20s, which was kind of nice because I lost so much weight and my body looked more like a younger person. Now I've aged again and I now look like I am, whether I'm big or not. I just look like my age.
Yeah. Wow, man. That's incredible. So how long did it take you to lose that much weight?
So the thing I like to say, but don't like to say is the amount of time because I lost the first 100 pounds in like 3 months, first 200 pounds in like 5 months or something like that. But I was incredibly strict with it. I started in 2019, into 2019. I got into Gonzaga and I was supposed to be a assistant baseball GA. So I would be working with the baseball team. And I looked at myself and I was like, no Division One 20 19 20 year old athlete's gonna look at me and take me seriously as a coach. I'm a giant. So
Mhm.
I decided to, get into shape a little bit. I didn't expect to lose that much weight, but I decided to get into shape a little bit. I ended up tearing my ribs in the beginning of
Ooh.
2020, like right after COVID started. I tore my ribs. So I was out for a couple months, but then in June, I kind of healed and there wasn't much to do at this point. I was working virtually, I was coaching virtually, which was weird, but
Yes.
it is what it was. So I had a lot of time. So I worked out a ton. I worked out like 4 to 5 times a day, and I just completely changed my eating. I still to this day eat pretty clean. I've gone off it a little bit, but now as of right now, I'm actually on a strict diet again. But just kind of changed my entire lifestyle and stuff like that. And then I got into running, which really helps burn some calories. I got into basketball, which I play 5 times a week now, and
Wow.
just kind of kept going. Right now I'm probably about 250. The lowest I was 217. I'm trying to get back
Wow.
around to that
That's
area again. That's why I'm on my strict diet again. But yeah,
That's great, man. Well, congratulations.
thank
That's
you.
fantastic. That's hard to do. I got a friend
Very.
that's going through that right now, and he lost 100 pounds, I think he said in 4 months, and he's like, now I can't drop a pound. And I'm like, yeah, it really is true what they say that it's like you lose weight, like you can lose weight so quick when you're that big, but then you kind of plateau and you have to work even harder to lose the rest.
When people come to, so I don't really public speak on, I brought it up on my podcast and stuff, but I don't really public speak about it. That's not why I did it. I had people ask like, why don't you do social media about it? Like, but that's not why I'm doing it. Like, if you're doing
Hmm.
that's doing it for the wrong reason in my
Agree.
eyes, unless that's what you want to do. If
Right.
you're like, I want to become famous on social, plus I want to lose weight, and that's your motivation, fantastic, go for it. But mine, that wasn't my motivation. So that would have just been kind of like weird to me. I never posted about it on social or anything like that. People didn't really see it until I went like, like this was me a year ago. This is me now. Like this is crazy kind of thing. But the big thing was the plateaus. Like you'd lose 20 pounds of water weight because you stopped eating salt, you started working out, and then you'd be stuck on that weight for like weeks. But then again, it would go down 20 pounds. And then like another week would go by. You're not losing anything. And the big part of doing it is really just pushing through those moments and knowing you're gonna start losing again. As long as you have the stomach or whatever you're trying to lose, you're gonna go through it. The two best pieces of advice is continue through it. Don't stop just because you're not seeing results. And the other one is don't just try to lose weight, also tighten because
Yes.
I did the tightening stuff. I lifted. I did all that stuff. If I didn't do that, my arm would be sagging down to here right now.
Yep.
It's those are the two best pieces of advice I can give. Like,
Yeah, I was heaviest I ever was actually just about a year ago. I was at 240. And same thing. I said, you know what? I not only do I want to lose some weight, I actually want to feel good about myself again. Because back when I was in high school and college, I was playing a lot of hockey. And so I was, not in excellent shape, but I was in pretty good shape. And so I'm like, I kind of want to get back to that. Just losing weight isn't going to bring me back to that shape. So what's going to help is tightening, going to the gym every day and lifting weights and along with my cardio of losing weight, also weightlifting. And that way I can shape my body a little more. And that has actually helped a ton. And so I've only dropped, I did get down to about 223. But I am back up to 230, but I feel like I've also put on muscle again. So I'm pretty happy with
yeah,
that too.
that's the thing that I'm trying to get used to is I'm like 250, a little over 250 right now, but my waist is only 4 inches bigger than it was at its smallest. So
Mm,
like even though I definitely have stuff to lose down here, I'm trying to get in my head, it's because I've been weightlifting. Like, I've gained muscle in that time. That's why the weight has gone up,
yep.
and don't focus as much on what the weight is, focus more on what the waist is, which is not how I did it before. So, like, that mindset is just, like, trying to get back into that row.
I got a friend that does personal training, and he's always told me to never look. He's like, don't ever look at the scale, judge it by how your clothes fit. And I
Yeah.
said, that's actually probably pretty good. For me, it's like if you would have, if I wasn't weighing myself, I would probably say you're probably at about 220, 225. Again, I'm a little more than that, but I'm pretty happy with it because, like I said, I'm putting on the muscle and feeling good about myself. I can run for longer distances. I can, go, skate if I want in the ice rink, and I can go pretty long without getting winded. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. It's just a matter of having the confidence in yourself and feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
And sounds like you're in a good spot. That's great.
I'm getting there. Like same thing as you. I wanna tighten up my waist a little bit just because I think it's gotten a little bigger than what I want. But like same thing, fitting into shirts is like that's the tall tale sign that you've been doing it. Like because that's why BMI is stupid. That's
Yes.
why it's stupid because if I gain a bunch of muscles and I'm 230, I'm 6 foot, about 6 foot, 6'1", 230. Well, if you go by BMI, I should be like 180. If I
Yep.
was 180, I'd look like a skeleton.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't be healthy. So
Hmm.
it's why it's dumb. But a lot of people like to go
My
by that.
My dad, and he's still to this day the only man that I've ever met that used this term. He used to judge, like, just to, and it was mostly just giving us trouble. He didn't care, but he would used to tell my brother and I that he had a better pounds per inch than us. And we're like, Dad, what does that even mean? And he's like, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's pounds per inch. I'm
Well,
5'11" and I weigh 175, so my pounds per inch is. And we're like, Dad, that is not accumulating for muscle. Like, that's just, you're literally just saying how much do you weigh per inch of your body. That's not fair.
and when he says pounds per inch, I go, you're like, whoa, 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 pounds per inch. No, like that's tall. I was like, oh, okay, okay. I was thinking like,
Yeah.
pounds per inch. I don't want to be a part of that one.
Yeah. He would always say that. We're always just like, Dad, go talk to a doctor. Like, he'll
Yeah,
tell you how dumb you are.
it's basically get your own stats, figure out what you want to do. Like when I was 450, yeah, the scale was my best friend because I wanted to see that number go down. But now
Yep.
it's the tape measure. I have it right here. There's- I use this tape measure. I go around and I see how big my waist is every morning, and I see if it goes down or up. And that one is harder because those results do not come in. Like I, I am 3 pounds lighter than I was yesterday morning. This
Hmm.
morning that changes so significantly one way or the other constantly. Like
Yep.
it'll go down, it'll go up. Your body's just always changing and always moving, especially if you're changing your diet. Like
Yep.
this will only change when results happen.
Hmm.
They're not going to change if results don't happen. So,
Yep, I agree.
yeah.
Yep, and it's like when I gave up soda. I was at about 225 when I decided to stop drinking soda, and I instantly got down to like 218 within like 5 days, and I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. And then I started drinking more water again. I was back up to 225, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how is water? This is water weight. This is BS, and it's like, but
Yeah.
that's just it. That's your diet. That's just
Yeah.
how your body is. So yeah, I agree with you. Like,
And
it's again, it's how your clothes fit. That's what's most
yeah.
important.
Another thing that's big is like things with no, calories will have high sodium usually, and
Mhm.
people don't like, so they'll go, "Oh, I'll eat 10,000 pickles," but the sodium is what really keeps the water weight because all that salt keeps the water on you. That's why you feel puffier and stuff like that. It's really just I did this this is before AI, so this was real research. I went and did a ton of research on the best ways to do it. Some of them I didn't do. Like I will say, this is why I say I lost 100 pounds in whatever amount of months, and it probably wasn't great. My diet was not great at the time, but like a male is supposed to have 2,200 calories a day. I was probably hitting like 1,000,
Mhm.
but I was almost 460 pounds. So like if I'm gonna lose weight, I had to kind of go over the top with it. Now I try not to go over the top. Right now I'm in a little bit of a transitional, like it's high protein but low calorie. But like at the time you had to do that. I would not recommend that to anybody. It probably messed up a little bit of my digestive system because it wasn't getting the correct amount of calories per day. But I needed to lose over 200 pounds. Like I had to get rid of that weight. So
Not
there's some
hard.
things
That
I
is,
did that probably aren't great, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
me too. I hear you. I did the whole. I'm just not going to eat for a couple days back in my late 20s, and I was like, look at me, I lost 10 pounds, and it's like, yeah, but the minute you start eating, you're going to put that weight
Then
right
you're
back on. It's
you
not good
you
for you.
you see someone dumping, grass that they cut, you're like, "Oh, that looks good."
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That
right.
looks
Like,
delicious.
it's like the cartoons when like the cat sees the bird and it like turns into a giant fillet. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of what it was. I like look at my son and I'm like, oh, why does he look so good? I could eat that arm. That looks pretty good. Like, yeah, it was weird. It was kind of like that. It was like I would like see like an uncooked steak in the grocery store, and I'm like, I could pick that up and eat it raw right now.
Right
That
now.
sounds pretty
I
good.
It is funny, I cut out when I was going through the major shift, I cut out sugar, and someone made a cake or cookies or something like that, and it didn't happen because obviously it can't, but I, at that moment, understood where floating towards the thing came from. It's
Yes,
just like,
yes.
I get it now. Like, I understand that feeling of floating towards the cake. Like,
Yep.
I get it now. Like,
Yeah,
that person must not been eating at the time.
we used to make a joke about that with a coworker. It was like anytime there would be like cake or cookies opened up in the, it could be at the exact opposite side of the office. And we were like, oh, Jake's going to start floating this way soon enough.
Yeah, yeah, I totally got it. I was like, "Oh, my body just started moving that way." I didn't
Yep.
even want to go towards it, but I didn't eat sugar in forever. I also cut out soda as well. I cut out
Yeah.
soda. It wasn't really related to my weight, but I don't drink at all either. I get drunk on life now,
There you
which
go.
is the most dangerous of alcohol out there. No, but I don't really drink anymore. That was more related to I wasn't a big drinker to begin with. I really drank socially. I lived in Boston at the time. All my friends kind of moved away, and I don't drink by myself. And then I would wake up and I would just feel better. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's nice not having a pounding headache or wanting to throw up or my stomach feeling in knots. And then I realized I am outgoing enough to where if I go out with drunk people, I can still fit in because I act like everyone else does when they're drunk. So I don't
Yep.
have problems talking to people. I don't have problems doing that kind of unless I'm exhausted, which and when I work, I'll go out and be like, why did I do this? But like when I
Hmm.
go out with people, I'm able to keep conversation and keep it. Sometimes it's not as fun though, because when people get belligerent, you're just kind of like, ugh,
Yeah.
ready to
Yeah,
go.
although I will say that when that happened when I was drinking, I would still be like, "Why? No, come on." Like, I was always a happy drunk. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm always like, I don't know about that." But yeah, now I'm like, I'll see people still do it. I'm just kinda like, I'm glad I don't. I mean, I still drink, but I don't, not at all like I used to, and it's just,
Yeah.
I'm glad with like you said, I love that I can wake up on a Saturday now, and I'm like, "Hey, I can get some stuff done this morning before anyone
Yeah.
even wakes up in my house."
I woke up before 2 p.m. This is fantastic.
Yeah,
I never
right.
used to do that
Wait, the
before.
sun comes out at 6 on Saturdays? I
I
didn't
thought it just
realize that.
appeared, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought like it just slated over as dark, then slated over as day. I didn't realize it like rose and all that stuff.
That
But
was
I
it's
was
crazy.
public school, like I said.
Yep, me
Public
too.
school educated.
Yep.
Yeah, so I stopped doing all that, and I also like I'm happy for people that drink, and I'm not against people that drink. I don't really care either way. But the more I think about alcohol and how like it's not even about alcohol, how terrible alcohol is for you, but like you still get arrested for marijuana is just hilarious to me.
I
Like
know.
it's just
Right.
hilarious to me. It's like there are more people that die and either they crash into someone or they overdrink or whatever than marijuana, but that's the one that's illegal because we can't tax it yet. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, because the government says so. Sorry, not because we
No,
can't
I
tax
agree. I'm with you. It doesn't make any sense at all. And yeah, I've said that. I before I even touched weed in my life, I was like, so wait, looking at the benefits and the cons of both, why is weed illegal? And
Yeah.
it's like, you look at like all again what alcohol can cause, and it's like this makes no sense. Like, why is one outlawed and the other one isn't? And the one that is typically the one that it actually has a lot of benefits to using it.
Well, just think of anything other that's a drug that has benefits and how if you can't profit on it, what do they want to
Yep,
sell it to you for, right?
that's
Like
exactly
things
true.
that actually can cure you, they don't want to sell to you. You
Yep,
want it to keep you going. They want to keep you in the freezer so you're
that's
good
right.
for many more years. But
That's right.
anytime I think about it, I just think of the scene from the Dewey Cox story. It's like, hey, want to try weed? It's like, no, I can't be hungover. It doesn't get you hungover. Well, how's the sex? The sex is it's even better. It's like
Better.
it's just so good. It's such a good scene. That movie. s- I it's unfortunate that John C. Riley always played second fiddle to Will Ferrell because he may this might be a little controversial, but he may as an actor have been more talented.
I
But he
agree.
always played second fiddle because Will Ferrell was just above everybody else at that point.
Yeah.
Man, is he good.
Oh,
Man,
he's
is he good.
that movie. It's funny, I never saw it because I remember even saying it because it was came out with like '06 or
Yeah, it's
'05,
old. It's
whenever it
gotta be
was.
20 years old now.
Yeah, when it first came out, I thought, well, Will Ferrell's not even in it, so why should I see this? And then when I got with my wife, but girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Have you seen Dewey Cox?" And I was like, "Oh no, I never saw it." She's like, "You have to watch it. You
It's
will love this movie." And I watched it, and this kind of brings me back to what we said at the very start, School of Rock. She's like, if you like School of Rock, you're gonna love this movie. And I watched it. I'm like, this is one of the greatest comedies of all time. So funny, so
It
funny.
really is, like, it may be the most underrated comedy, like, ever put out there. It's got s it should have been like, say we put Will Ferrell in there instead, not saying he could play the part, but let's just imagine that he's that level of actor. It probably is as quoted or close to as quoted as Anchorman. I still quote it to this day,
Oh
like,
yeah,
all the time, and then you have the people that know it. That's the best part about it. You have the people that know it, and you instantly like them, and you have the people that have no idea what you're talking about, and you're like, they've never seen the Dewey Cox movie. But now it's 20 years old, so there's more people that haven't seen it than that have. But it's like it's the perfect parody. It's the
yes, it is.
perfect parody of, like, the Johnny Cash movie or an Elvis movie or something like that. It's just so well done. I love the scene where they're in the house and they have all the animals and everything, and the first wife is like, "You're never gonna make it. You have 2 wives? You can't have 2 wives." And she's, like, trying to get out, and she goes, "Oh, you're guilty as charged." And he looks and then goes, "Guilty as charged." She goes, "Don't you dare write a song right now." We got it's so good. It's
I think
so
I'm doing
good.
okay for a 15-year-old with a wife and a baby.
Yeah. Well, there's the first one where they're on the phone. She's like, "You're never gonna make it." She's like, "No, no, like I've made it. I've made it. I'm on the radio. You're never gonna make it, dude."
Yeah.
Like, "I've made it."
My
But
wife and I must daily, whenever she grabs a blanket, I'll just say, "He needs more blankets and he needs less
he needs
blankets."
more blankets and he needs less blankets. My friend always quotes the one when the first one's like the hold your hand one, and the priest goes, "You know who else has hands? The devil, and he uses them for holding." Such a good line.
That
So
is
good.
such an underrated movie.
It's
Yes,
so
I agree.
underrated. It's so
Folks, go out
underrated.
and watch, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story, and
Yeah.
they did
And
not sponsor this podcast, by the
they
way.
did not. But by the way, also, the music in it is low key really good.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
it
it's
is.
actually listenable outside of the movie itself. Like,
Let's say
it's
I've got it on my Spotify playlist.
I
It
do
comes on
too.
all the time.
I do too. I have a lot of weird playlists like that, like, especially when I first started running, but when I run, I don't listen to, like, the normal music. Some people listen to classic rock, some people listen to pop, some people I have to listen to things that are very strange because I wanna focus on anything other than actual act of running. So, like, you'll hear, like something from The Lion King come up, like Just Can't Wait to Be King come up, or like some weird pop song from 2006 because I have to focus on what's going on the song. And I can't do that with a regular song for some reason. Like,
Yep.
especially if I've heard it before, I'm like, whatever. But like when something from Tick Tick Boom comes on, I can like listen to it in full and focus on the song, or like a song from Hamilton comes on, or a song from the Dewey Cox Story comes on. Like I could just focus in on it's very strange, but
I do something similar. So, it's what I'll do, and it's kind of annoying when I'm running because then I have to, like, kind of because I use the armband for my phone, and so I have
okay.
to pull my phone out and fix it. But yeah, sometimes what I'll do is I actually will insert songs that I don't like, and that way when I hear it, it'll make me laugh, and it'll make me just be like, "Ha, why did I put this on here?" Like Love Shack by
Yeah.
the B-52s. Like, I'll be running and it'll be like, 15 miles to the, and I'm like, "Why the hell did I put this on here?" And I have to stop and
And
I
then
laugh and I changed it, then I
And then
start
you're like
going
a
again.
minute in and you're singing to it while you're pacing yourself to the beat. Da, da, da. And you're pacing
Yep.
yourself to the beat of it. It's like one of those comedies like, "Did you put this on? No.
Yep.
Are you gonna change it?" And then it immediately cuts to them belting out some song that's not manly in our eyes, but they're just
Right.
belting it out. Yeah,
They're
that's
still doing it anyway. Yep, that's
doing
how
it
I am
anyway.
too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not really someone that gets embarrassed by many things, if anything. So like I don't mind saying the types of songs. And they're kind of like that. They're like songs that I wouldn't listen to on my daily. Like I'm not a big fan of like just listening. But for when I'm running, for some reason, like those are the types of songs that can keep me going. And I truly think it's because I love musicals when I'm running. Like, it keeps me
Nice.
focused on what I'm doing. I like musicals outside of it too, but for the most, like I said, The Lion King, it's basically a musical. Although I have to listen to the original one because the live action one, like, makes me laugh. The live action one was rough and terrible, but if you listen to the live action. I think it's Hakuna Matata, where it goes from Simba being young to Simba being old, and it's Childish Gambino. I love Donald Glover, but at the end, he's like he like scatting and stuff, and just without watching the movie again, just listen to it and listen to him scatting and imagine a live action lion
Lion
scatting
doing that.
like it's just such a funny image to have in your head. So sometimes I'll have stuff like that, but yeah, yeah, that's my
That's
running
great.
music.
That's great. No, I listen to a lot of pop when I'm running and when
Yeah,
I'm working
same.
out. It for some reason it just hits me different when I'm working out. So yeah, I'll listen to a lot of that. When I'm like I still play hockey, so when I'm on my way to the rink, I'll listen to like old school 90s punk pop. And then
Yep,
yeah, a lot of times when I'm working, I'll listen to something completely different. I've got playlists for everything in my life. So yeah, I'm with you
yeah.
on that.
My working playlist is jazz remixes of Nintendo songs. It just
Oh, that's
it
fantastic.
puts me in just like a good calm state. Sometimes when I wake up, I'll throw it on as well. There's something I think it's called nostalgia. Like it's nostalgia spelt wrong on
Mm,
YouTube, and they just run 24 hours of jazz remixes of Nintendo songs. Like just
that's a
continuously run it. So I have them, I save them on my thing, and I just turn them on and I just let that play in the background of my ears constantly as I go. Yeah, but same
that's
here.
awesome.
Pop is a big one for me, especially like 2010 to 2019 pop, like when Ariana Grande was getting bigger and those types as well. That one's usually find its way in my running playlist
Oh, yeah. Yep.
as well. And old
Uh,
school R&B, by the way. Love
I got a good one for you. There's a band called Power Glove. It's all
Power
one
Glove.
word, and they have done a couple Nintendo songs, but they also do, like, rock remakes of, like, 1990s cartoon themes.
Ah,
So,
yes,
like,
I got them.
they did, like, the X-Men, they did a Batman one. It's they're very good. So, yeah, check them out.
On my podcast, I've had 2 people like this. I had Charlie Rosen, who now is just huge, huge. He works on Broadway, but he has the 8-Bit Big Band, which I don't know if you've heard of them or not, but they
Yes,
it's
I
a
have.
big yes. So Charlie Rosen's come on the podcast a couple of times before he this is when like they were starting to run. Now he's won multiple Tonys, multiple Grammys. He's killing it out there. But and the other one, his name's Family Jewels, and he does rock mixes of video game stuff. So I especially in the 2020s, early 2020s, big into the remixes like that. Now it's more like low key. Like I start with lo-fi. Lo-fi is fine, but the jazz just is very calming and very very easy on my ears. So I usually
That's
keep it around there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got Family Jewels pulled up, so I will give them a listen, later tonight when I'm
Yeah,
driving. So, yeah, that's,
I
they
have no
thanks for the
idea.
suggestion.
I have no idea if he still even does anything. Like I know he did at the time. This is he came on in 2020 or 2021, so it was a while ago. But I don't.
He did
He start.
release a single in 2026.
There you go. Family
There you go.
Jewels still
Still
doing
going.
it, still
Yep,
going strong. So I
there you go.
keep in contact with some of the people that come on, and then other ones. I try to keep in contact with everybody that comes on, whether it's just like every couple months, just saying hello, how are you doing? Um, some of them will get back to us. Some of them we don't hear from again, but there's been some surprising ones that will get back to us. I get sent Christmas cards from some of these guests all the time. It's like my favorite thing
Wow.
to say because it's just really cool to be able to make such an impression on people that come onto my show that they're like, "Oh yeah, send him a Christmas card as well." Like
That's
it's
great.
kind of cool. Yeah.
That's the one time I think I would appreciate a Christmas card, to be
At
honest.
Christmas?
Well, yeah, well, yes, but I mean, like, we get all the Christmas cards from my family and my friends' families, and I'm just kind of like, oh, cool. We'll hang this on the fridge for a month, and then we're gonna throw them away. But like, if I got one from a podcast guest, now that would actually mean something.
It's
Hopefully, none of
funny
my family's
because
listening.
yeah. Well, the Christmas card is funny because the Christmas card used to be like an update. So you'd send the Christmas card with a life
Yep,
update of how the family's doing. But now I can find out what you're doing just by going to your Instagram or like hitting you up on a text. But when Christmas cards were like becoming a big thing, like sending them out to everybody, you send a picture of the family so they get updated photo of what you look like. And then in the inside, it was like basically a newsletter about your family
yep,
that you sent to everybody. So it Christmas cards are kind of a dying thing now because,
yep.
you just go on and say Merry Christmas on a text message, or I appreciate the virtual ones still. Like the virtual Christmas
Yes.
cards are cool. Like that's fine. But it's just yeah, the Christmas card's a funny one because it's just that's what it was supposed to be. Like that's why family members did it so much because like you might not see your family as much. Now I live in Texas and my mom lives in New York. I call her every day. Like
Yep.
I
Yep.
talk to her all the time.
That's great. That's great. Well, Chris, you made my Christmas card list with this episode. So,
Yes.
don't worry, I don't send them out. But thank you
As
very
long as
much
I'm on
for
the
coming on.
list.
You
As
are on
long
the
as I'm on
list.
the
If there
list.
ever will be a Christmas card sent, you will be on it.
Yes, that's all I care
So
about.
Chris Schnabel from host of Mad Props podcast. I imagine you're pretty much everywhere people can find podcasts, correct?
Yeah, so our biggest platform is YouTube. That's where most people find us, but you can find us on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Good Pods, um,
Friendster,
Friendster, Napster,
Napster, of course. Yes.
yeah, LimeWire,
LimeWire, yes. Yep. Pornhub. Sure, he's everywhere, folks. Yep.
Pornhub for the YouTube channel, Cornhub, so you don't get demonetized.
There you go. Yep.
That's my favorite thing. Corn.
All right,
Much
awesome.
damn
And
corn.
what about anything with social media if anybody wants to interact with you?
Yeah, so my social media is at Chris Schnabel on everything. So ChrisSchnabel. You can also find Mad Props at Mad Props Pod. I host 2 other podcasts as well. One is about like comic books, video games, and stuff like that. It's called Sketching Up. You can find it at Sketching Up Podcast. The other one is called The Crosstown Nine, and that's more about the Yankees and baseball. You can find that Crosstown 9 podcast. So those are the other 2 you could check out as well. If you find me, you'll find everything else because it's plastered all over the place.
I will leave you with this. If you are a comic book guy, that's my favorite tattoo that I own.
Hold on. There we go. Oh yeah. That's beautiful.
Yep. It
That's
is Venom for those of you listening.
Yes.
Yep. So
I don't have any tattoos, but I think if I did, it'd probably be something Mario related. I'm a big comic book guy. I love Spider-Man. I grew up with Spider-Man. My dad used to take me to the flea market back when they were bankrupt in the 90s, and you could buy a box for $1. So I have a ton of them. But I didn't get any sort of video game system outside of Nintendo until the Xbox 360 when I was in like halfway through high school. So I was a Nintendo kid through and through. I played all the Nintendo games, and Yoshi's my favorite character, but like Mario is my favorite video game because I just played it nonstop. I played every single one of them. So I'm not a big tattoo person. I have 0 tattoos except for the one on my inner thigh, which I can show you off air. But the rest of them, I think it would be something Mario related if I were to get like a character tattoo somewhere on me.
There you go. Yeah, or maybe a Yoshi. That'd be pretty awesome.
A Yoshi egg right here.
There you go. Yeah,
right
just
there.
a full portrait across your whole chest.
A detailed, realistic portrait of Yoshi across my chest is probably
going
to be the one that I do.
I like it. Yeah, if you're gonna do it, go big. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Why? I'm not gonna get a small tattoo right here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Well, Chris, thank you very much for coming on. It was a real pleasure. And again, folks, check him out, the Mad Props podcast. And obviously, he has 2 others. If you're a Yankees fan or a comic book fan, check those out as well. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
The Pondcast, conversations that go nowhere. Produced by Jeff Ponder. Executive produced by Jeff Ponder. Music by Loud C. Smith. Talent booking by Jeff Ponder. Engineering and mixing by Jeff Ponder. A special thanks goes out to VPNs so I can enjoy all of the internet. Remember to rate and review the podcast Conversations That Go Nowhere just because you're a good person. If you're a bad person, you can get some heaven points by rating and reviewing. It's a win-win. Follow the podcast on all social media channels with the profile handle at Pondcast Convos. Thanks for listening.